everybody at? People probably sleep. Ain't even one person in here yet. For everybody yet. Sunday. I know y'all at home. I know y'all on y'all phone. I know y'all got that notification. There's one person. Hey, make sure you hit that thumbs up. Three people popped in. There y'all go. Make sure y'all hit that like button. I know y'all already done seen what happened. That's exactly why you clicked on it. Like, so let's talk about it. Get those likes up. Hey, shout out to Charles Fisher coming through. Shalom, my brother. Like, see, I didn't took my break. Don't do it. Hey, shout out Drew. Like, it can't. I was on the phone with my wife. I'm still in Gary. I go back home tomorrow, but I've been taking a break on my live, like just relaxing with my son. So, like that's why I've been gone. But like for this to happen tonight, I wasn't. I was gonna plan on waiting on to talk about it tomorrow or something. But I'm like, nah, it happened tonight. I need to be on it. So when stuff like this happen, I need to be on it. Like, cause the Positive Minds only is a media company. That's why I post a lot of like clips I post on shorts, like cause this is a media company. So what I took from it was total way different from what everybody else took from it. So I gotta just give my perspective. It's a positive mind only, right? So I'm gonna give my positive mind perspective on what happened with Will and Chris Rock. So just hopefully more people just start coming in or hit that like button. Really appreciate it. But when I first seen it, you know, the first thing that popped up in my head, scripted. Come on, you got Will Smith, Chris Rock, two of the biggest black like entertainers on this planet. Like then what else popped up? No, after humiliation ritual. Like I thought ritual also. So Hollywood does a lot of humiliation rituals towards celebrities. That's why you see a lot of them go through things, and it seems like the world is laughing at them. Like, come on, these are two, like I said, the biggest actors in the world. They're acting. Like he mad, and Jada but can't do nothing about his stuff. He loves her, but she treats him as a business. I don't know what she doing. Like, what? Yeah. So why he ain't do nothing like when it came to all the other shit? Yo, PMO love the positive quotes on YouTube. Hey, shout out to you, Bang Martin, for like just noticing that positive empire. And I won't. That's what I do it for. Like when the people comment and like come through the live and say, "Hey, keep doing that. Like keep posting," because it be a little. I mean, it'd be a few people talking shit, like because they always got something to say overall. Because everybody can't be positive, right? But just me, I'm like that's what helped me on my journey is like always just having positivity in front of me. Like so whether I cleared all my unfollow everybody on my Facebook, I literally unfollow every single person besides like a few people like that I knew were positive people on my Facebook, and I had like over 2,000 friends. Like so, I single handedly unfollowed every like over 2,000 people, like because they wasn't posting nothing. So like I made sure like everything that I was seeing was positive in front of me. Like so I understand like how social media and like internet, TV, all of that influence the subconscious mind by seeing something repeatedly. So yeah, like I had to clean that shit out. It's a lot of noise. It's like tonight. That's why I'm like, let me hop on this right now because I'm gonna give you a different perspective. Like so, like I said, when I first seen it acting, these like I said, two of the biggest actors in the world. What if it was real? If it was real, Chris Rock, but I'm pretty sure he would have swung back. Like, cause off the back, you're not gonna embarrass me in front of millions of people. Like, you don't think like he asks Will and Jada, "Is it okay?" Like they wrote these jokes are not off the top of the head. They're wrote down jokes, probably like off a teleprompter. Like so, shit is all fucking scripted and like, but the world, social media is like thinking this shit is real, but I'm like, it's not. Like none of this shit is real. All of that shit is fake. Hollywood, fake as fuck. Like on the night Will Smith gets his first Oscar, like that shit is all like it led up to this. Now Will Smith, like he got a book in stores. I was just in the mall yesterday and I went into the bookstore and I was seeing the Will Smith book. Like so book about to sell out. Just watch. Like so this shit is all like to fill up their pockets. Chris Rock got a hell of a lot of shit to talk about on his fucking distraction. Like so like come on, like two black men, two of the biggest black entertainers in a room full of white people. Like you gonna really have them embarrass themselves like that? But people don't see it like that. Like that's why I don't give a fuck about this shit. I'm talking about it because I'm like I can content. Once again, Positive Minds Only is a media company. So my thing is to promote positivity and like wake people up, like let people know the truth. Like so, like my intuition told me like this shit is fake. Like is basically a distraction. Like this shit is acting. Watch how much richer them two both get. Like so, I mean like they agreed to do it. Like once again, Chris Rock played like wasn't he played Pookie in New Jack City, a crackhead? Like so, come on, like Will Smith, he played like he was in bed with another man, like butt ass naked in the movie. Like so, these two dudes, like look how much bullshit Jada has been putting Will through this whole fucking like year. Like so, like this shit is all acting, bro. Like all that shit is fake. He not man if Will Smith ain't no clone, like he not tripping. Like this shit is all. You have to be built a certain way to survive Hollywood. How you think they survived Hollywood all these years? All through scandals, through just rumors, through YouTube video, Illuminati videos. Like you gotta be understand like what these people like, what level of thinking they on. Like who knows? Like shit, he might be going through something. But at the same time, I believe this was scripted. Like I don't believe like this shit was like live. Like yeah, it's on live TV. Like you know what happened? What I think the Oscars did, they watched the verses with 3 6 Mafia and Bone Thugs and Harmony when they fought, and the views went up because people don't understand like when that show was happening on YouTube, the views were low until that fight happened, and it shot up like the views went crazy. So YouTube, I mean not YouTube, but the Oscars like, oh shit, we can do the same thing with two of the biggest entertainers, Will Smith and fucking Chris Rock. I'm pretty sure the Oscars numbers shot the fuck up. And black people don't even give a fuck about the Oscars. Who was like, oh, I'm gonna watch the Oscars today? I didn't even know the fucking Oscars was on until today. Like so, like that just shows like this shit is just all scripted. Like, I mean, it's cool, it's funny. Like hella memes coming out of it, but guess what? Who's gonna get more rich off this? You or them? Like y'all ain't nobody getting rich off like talking about what's going on social media. Like you're not getting nothing for talking about that shit, but it is funny. Like I done seen hella memes. I'm like, that shit is funny, man. RCDC. I mean, what is it? RDC World. They be doing skits all the time, like or like just on sports shit, but like they was on this shit quick as fuck, like with. So I don't know if I got their name right, but I fuck with them heavy. Like Mark Phillips, I could just say like that. Like Mark Phillips, like he be on shit quick as fuck. Like so, I'm like, damn, if he on stuff like that quick, I need to be on things like that quick. So, even though I know this is a distraction, like I also know like I can get paid off this too because I have a YouTube channel. You can shoot and type. Shooting as far as what? Like what we shooting? And shout out to Jamie Chase for coming through. Meme Wars, Terrence McKenna. What's up with that? What's up with the meme wars? Should I research that? West Philly, if I recall. What happened with West Philly? Like what? Now I'm confused. I forgot what I was talking about. Cause Jamie Chase asked, "Am I the shooting type?" I was in the military. I was in the Marines, so I did do a lot of shooting. But am I the shooting type today? Nah. Was you talking about I'm a shooting guard in basketball? I'm more of a point guard. I like to pass. But like, what type of shooting is you talking about? West. West Philly. What happened in West Philly? West Philly. Psychedelics dipping over from. Okay. What about psychedelics now? Like, I haven't took no psychedelics. All right, now y'all confusing the fuck out of me. Like, we need to get on one accord. Okay, you talk bang. All right, I get what Bang Martin is talking about. Charles, now you talking about the psychedelics dipping over from MSM. What is that? The comments get me confused as fuck. I ain't even gonna lie. Like that's why I don't even be looking at them sometimes. But my eyes have no choice but to like get focused and like get. Shout out to Tasha coming through. You said you think it's real. He finally snapped. His reaction on top of the apology seemed genuinely or can only take so much. Would you get madder over a joke or somebody screwing your wife or your husband? I mean, oh, mainstream media. Yeah, they be distracting shit. I can't. Oh, see, Tasha, you came in late. You got to go back and like hear what I already said because I already think this shit scripted. I already like literally like these is two of the biggest actors in the world. This is the Oscars. Nobody was watching the Oscars at all. They knew the ratings were low, so I'm telling you, they had this shit planned. Nothing like it's a teleprompter in front of Chris Rock that's giving him everything he's supposed to say. Like so. Yeah, he's a comedian, but all his jokes are written. Like, and most of the time they're written by a team. It's not written by just Chris Rock. I know how shit working in like entertainment industry, so like I know how like this shit is just like Bone Thugs and Harmony and 3 6 Mafia. I think that was more real than this. Like that was real. This shit is scripted. Like Hollywood, that's scripted. Even some of hip hop is kind of fake, but it's more like non-scripted than Hollywood. Like so, nobody was talking about the Oscars at all. Nobody even knew Chris Rock was gonna be on the fucking Oscars until that shit. A New Man in Black reference maybe, but I believe Will Smith books is about to sell out more. I believe when Chris Rock go on tour, his tours is going to sell out crazy, cause that's what this is about. Pockets that were broken up during the entanglement. They swingers, like they've been fucking other people their whole marriage. Like that's a business partnership. They probably love each other, got love for each other, but at the same time, like Hollywood, come on, rich, wealthy people who can do whatever the fuck they want in life. Gotta go, but see us. Shout out to Scissor Snow Cones for coming through. But I don't think Will Smith will sacrifice his positive mindset to give the Oscars a jump. You don't under. I mean, what has it? It's way deeper than that because you can have your own production companies, but the people who fund it's still people who fund your movies. Like so, if if Will doesn't stay in line, if he don't follow the script, even if he got his own production company, like they still won't fund you. Like they won't let your movie get in the movie theater. It's like super levels to it. Like it's hey, finally Tasha, you finally disagreeing, and I appreciate you for doing that because I don't like yes man. Like literally, I hate yes man. So no matter how positive I am, like I want people to disagree with me on something. That was off the hook. Will's gonna regret threat. No, he not. His pockets is gonna get way fatter. There's something going on there. Like his book is in stores right now. I'm 100% sure his book's gonna sell out. I'm 100% sure Chris Rock going tour. That shit gonna sell out. Think about the economy even. They all props. Like they all props. Like Hollywood, nobody like thinks for themselves. Nobody like I'm telling you, it's scripted. He cried because he knows he's getting sued. He's not gonna get sued. I'm telling you. Watch. There's no going. No. None of that's gonna happen. Like that. I'm telling you, his pockets. Both of their pockets are getting fatter. Both of their pockets is getting fatter. People are buying Will Smith's books right now. See, like, oh, he always been like this his whole life. People gonna listen to his music. I'm telling you, his streams gonna go up, books gonna go up. Like, Like I'm telling you, people gonna watch. You know how many memes about everybody hates Chris? Now guess what? Everybody gonna go watch Everybody Hates Chris. That's how it goes. That's how Hollywood works. Chris, I'm so you devil do attack you when you climb more. They both like they both at the top basically. Like even though Chris Rock, we ain't heard nothing from Chris Rock, and the only thing we heard from Will Smith is negative shit for the past year. Like so, like it's all part of the same programming. Like they actors. You got to remember they're actors. Both of them been acting over decades. Like so, this is a movie. You got to understand. Like somebody's writing this movie. If it's live, like literally, if it's live, like, come on. Why would I can't. I don't. I understand how some people are. Thanks again. Thanks for helping keep it positive. Looking forward to what you. Oh yeah, I'm still in Gary, so I haven't went back home yet. It's a spiritual attack. You think it is a spirit? It's a spiritual warfare. Like it's a ritual to make more black people look negative. Like they had Venus at the Venus Arena at the Oscars with her dang on nipple almost showing off. Like so, it's literally negativity surrounded by black people. You don't see no white people like doing shit like that. You don't ever, except when fucking what's that comedian name? That white comedian name? Fuck. I can't think of his name, but he was at the Oscars like 2 years ago. I think it was the Oscars, but he got on everybody. He got on everybody. Like so, like that was. I feel like that was more real than this. Like they was like, oh, so if white people gonna get talked about, like then we gotta make the black people look bad too. And next year it probably be or next 2 years it probably be Chinese looking bad. Like so, yep, Ricky Gervais. I couldn't think of his name, but if you remember Ricky Gervais, he went in on Hollywood, on everybody in Hollywood. Like so, they were like, okay, since we had that, we got to make this happen. Still can't believe he slapped the shit out of that man. It's acting. Like some movies, you don't expect certain things to happen in it. Like he laughed, like cause he couldn't hold it in. Like if he really slapped him and he was really mad, ain't no laughing. Like ain't no laughing. If I'm really mad at you and I slap the shit out of you, I'm not laughing. As a matter of fact, I'm not even gonna walk off because I don't know if you're gonna attack me because of what I just did. Like literally, like that's as a man. Like that's me as a man. I don't know anybody else, but if you slap me, I'm gonna fucking like attack you back. Like especially in front of millions of people. Why wouldn't I? Like literally, you seen him crack a smile as he walked off. Like so, this shit is fucking fake. Like it's fucking fake. It's a fucking distraction. Like, come on, they act. How many? I watched a video with Michael B. Jordan just yet. I think it was yesterday where he was acting a boxing movie. What is the What's the movie where he played with Apollo Creed's son Creed? Like, and he was in a boxing room and he was just testing, and the dude actually hit him and he fell to the ground. Like, they're actors. You go it come on, it's scripted. He knew it was gonna happen. That's the only way I'ma keep my cool if I knew what was gonna happen. If I don't know this is gonna happen, come on. You're not gonna embarrass. I got a family. This is millions of people. I got a brand. You're not gonna make me look like no bitch. But I know I'm getting way more money off this. I know it's a part of a bigger plan. I signed up for this shit a long time ago. That's what they know. I'm telling you, people are gonna watch Everybody Hates Chris. That's gonna stream. People are gonna buy Will Smith's books. They're gonna like watch the Fresh Prince show. That shit gonna take out the roof. People gonna watch the movies. I'm telling you, this is only to fill up their pockets and to get your attention to pay attention to them, to what they got going on. Like so, I don't know what people was focusing on, like what was really going on in the background, but I know what they're doing. Exactly, it's come on, like this shit is free. Yeah, if I'm gonna be honest with you, if somebody say, "Hey, Kenneth, We want you to get on stage, make a joke about your brother. He's going to get on stage and punch you. But here's the thing, your YouTube channel is going to get millions of subscribers. It's going to get millions of views. You're going to make millions of dollars. Your podcast is going to get millions of downloads. You're going to get this deal. You're going to get that deal. And this person's going to want to talk to you. And the same thing's going to happen to my brother. You going to like, you think I'm going to turn that down, low key? Like, literally, you think I'm going to turn that down? I'm not. Literally, even me as positive minds only, I'm not going to turn that down. The fuck is you talking about? That's easy. To take a slap in front, like knowing I'm an actor, knowing people forget about shit next week. I'm not every year when it mean you know how the fucking Facebook memories pop up. So every year this will happen, but guess what? Every year my pocket is gonna keep going up because of this. It's like what's the thing when you do something and you get paid? I should know what it's called because I get paid a lot from different shit, but I can't think of the name. But like when you got passive income, like literally passive income, like so. Everyone is calling Will weak and giving Chris his props. Shout out to Curtis. Oh, come on. Exactly. Johnny Knoxville, Jackass, Steve-O, Bam Margera. I watched that show my whole life. Went to see all of the movies in the movie theaters except for the new one. Like, exactly. It's a topic that I can get on and talk about because I ain't been on, like I said, I've been out of town with my son. This is the last day I'm in town. So I wasn't even going to get on till tomorrow. But this happened. So I'm like, okay, got something to talk about. Literally got something to talk about. So why not? That that man is cool. He is good. They probably went back to the green room, laughed about this shit, and like knowing like shit, my bank account. Like I just, cause I'm an empath, I can feel how happy they is, and like knowing like people is just about to stream the fuck out of everything they got going on. Definitely, we need them likes up. It's definitely a distraction. Been sitting here waiting you to comment. Man, I told you I was about to get on live, and you should have got that notification. See? And as you can see, I've been on here 20. So you've been waiting 22 minutes on me to call you back. The rules follow. If the T drops, you gotta react with him. Exactly. So like, I'm like, I should have reacted way quicker. But at first, my first reaction was like, I'm not about to do this, talk about this shit. Nope. Let me not, because that thought didn't even come. The thought of me getting on live talking about it at first didn't even come to mind. Like so, certain thing when it popped up in my mind when I was talking to my wife because she just popped in. Like we was talking about this, and I was like literally like, oh shit, I need to get on live. Like literally, I need to get on live. Like that's how it went. Like literally, everybody is watching the Oscars because of this incident, and nobody was watching it. Nobody knew the Oscars came on today. It's how many? 14 people in the live that I can see. How many of you knew that the Oscars was on tonight, or knew it was on before today? No, that wasn't acting. Chris Rock was dead wrong. You don't joke about a woman. Heroin is medical issue. Come on, did you? No, no. It is. It's scripted. They knew it. They knew it. No one. No one. Literally, no one gives a fuck about the Oscars. You must. You ain't coming here when I just explain like shit. If somebody gave me the opportunity to do this shit, I would too. Like knowing like how much knowing over how many years have we known about Will Smith? Over 30 years, right? How many Chris Rock 30 years, right? They've put in thousands of content, like thousands of hours of work, like just work period, like movies, tour, like all of that shit. They guess how much that shit is gonna go up because of this. Like so if 10 years from now I'm in a bigger platform than this. My YouTube channel got thousands of videos, like my shit. And somebody offers me to do this, I'm gonna fucking do it. Like I don't give a fuck. Like how positive, how woke I am. and they give me the opportunity to do something like this, I will take it. Hopefully, I'm the person who swings. Like, I don't want to be the receiver. Fuck that shit. Like, but at the same time, like, as as men, the men that's in here, if someone came on stage and slapped the fuck out of you and you didn't know it, how would you react? Would you just stand there and like, no? Would you, or would you beat that nigga's ass? Like, cause that's what I would have did. Like, that's what I would have did. Like, that, cause that's the first thing that pops into my head. Like, it's not gonna just stand here and hold this mic. No, I'm tackling your ass off the stage for one. Like, so that shit is like scripted. It has my internal sympathy for putting up with his wife. That shit is script. All of that Hollywood. I'm telling you. Every time something in the like news happens about Will Smith, his pockets get fatter. He knows that. He understands that. People watches his YouTube video. He got a TV show, The Bel Air. He got a book out. He understands that. Like, so just imagine how richer Will Smith is gonna get 2022 because of this incident. More people is gonna watch The Fresh Prince of Bel Air. I probably won't. Like, this made me not want to watch it. I wanted to at first, but now I don't because of this shit. People gonna watch Everybody Hates Chris. Like, I wasn't even thinking about watching it, and I'm still not gonna watch it. Like, this is a distraction to take people's minds off what they need to be focusing on, and that's themselves. Like, so I'm on here to let you know, hey, this shit is, they're actors. They get paid millions of dollars to do this shit. Like, so they just brought it to live. That's what it's about now. It's about being on live. It's not about a movie. The movies are not selling like that. Like, the TV shows is not selling like doing that well. You gotta bring shit live. So I had to get on live, like, to talk about this shit. I posted the video, and at first I didn't want to post the video because I know people like, hey, this is a channel called Positive Minds Only. Why are you posting this? But that's why I titled the video Will Smith Defends His Wife. Like, because overall, you can't say that's negative, a man defending his wife. Like, so, but I know how the game goes. Like, literally, like that. I know how the game goes. Billionaire. Exactly. Them boys is billionaires in the making. Every year, when your Facebook memories popped up because you shared this post about that, like, it's gonna trigger something in your head to go watch Everybody Hates Chris, like, or watch The Fresh Prince of Bel Air. I seen that shit on TV today. I'm in a hotel. I don't even watch TV, but I was watching The Fresh Prince today on BET. Like, this shit is all fucking scripted. Like, but it's funny too. Like, so I ain't tripping. I ain't mad at the shit. Like, go and do y'all. Like, the fuck? Hey, it's about taking care of your family. It's about making sure you got generational wealth. So whatever you do to get that shit, like, and you as a man is okay with it, then by all means do what the fuck you want to do. Cause can't nobody judge you for the decisions you make. If you consciously said, I'm okay with this. Now, if you do some shit and you be like, I regret this shit, then like that's basically selling your soul. Like, but me, like, every decision I make, I consciously make that decision. Like, I'm not just out here like making fucked up decisions like I was in my 20s. Y'all had to pay for BET channel? Well, I'm at the hotel, so I don't even got cable. Like, I don't even got cable. Like, only had the TV on because my son and his friend was here. Like, so, yo, my son is like damn near 6 feet. He probably like 5'10". I'm 5'7". The last time I was here, I was here last year in April. Like, my son was shorter than me. Like, literally. Less than 11 months. Let's just say 11 months I came back to visit. He's at least like 3 inches taller than me. It's like crazy. And I know he's only 12. Like, bruh. Like, so I realized what he is what I wanted to be as a kid. I wanted to be taller. Like he's the same way. Like he acts like me, thinks like me. Like he got his friend, like in his friends. Like so, but the way he is with his friends, like you could tell, like he's like I ain't gonna say he's the leader, but he's the head honcho. Like he makes the decisions. Like yeah, like I ain't gonna say he got a girl, but he gave me. We went to Sky Zone today. I'm telling his business. Like so, I don't give a fuck. That's my son. I don't know if he gonna watch this shit later when he get older or not, but still, he gave him his phone because we was at Sky Zone and like it vibrated. So my phone is in my hand automatically. I'm checking to see what it said, and the notification popped up and it said "Wifey, Lil Mama." So I'm like, what the like? Oh my gosh! Like this shit is your boy is getting old. Like literally, your boy is getting old. What is money when you have no soul, no happiness? Money is nothing. Like literally, money is nothing if you ain't got your soul and your happiness and your peace. Like so, but to understand that shit is like my son is like getting older. I had to have that conversation. Like, if you do anything, make sure you strap up because your dad got 7 kids, and you know how expensive you are. Like I was talking to my son and his friend. I'm like, y'all know, like, cause we was going to the mall. Like we went to the mall twice, and I like gave him my credit card, like just to like whatever you want to go get. Like so, I'm like, you see how you expensive you are. Like you want stuff. Like so, I have 7 children. Imagine how much money that the money that I make has to go towards my children. I have 6 kids at home. Like I take care of 6 of my children. I got custody of 3, but 2 of them, like me and my wife is still together, so we got 2 together. My stepdaughter, which I claim is my child, like literally, like that's my child. Acts more like me than like well KJ. The my DNA is in him, but Naya, like my stepdaughter, is like she got the blueprint. She got my blueprint. Like she's me, the girl, the female version. Just like KJ is the male version, the calm, cool, laid back, like version of me, and Nia is like she's woke. Like I woke. She's aware. She knows who she is. Or like, like she studied me. Like so, KJ didn't get a chance to study me like Naya studied me, and Naya like be in school and like when I be going to her school, her teacher be like she on another level. I'm like literally she on another level. It's 25,000 a kid a life like till they 18 or like what a year, cause for my son, like shit, I don't know how much I like spend. Like just he always on PlayStation, like VC points for 2K. Like, but that's why I am like in the position I'm in. I'm like I'm not about to be one of them dad because I ain't had no dad in my life. My dad wasn't there for me. Like not it wasn't his fault. He was in prison. Like shit got what life life is fucked up. Like do you dirty. Like so for him to die in prison at the age of 33. Like I understand, like hey, everything happens for a reason. That it was his time to go. He went out that way. Hey, can't knock him, because if he had raised me, who knows if I had been this person I am today. So I'm not mad about that. Like in knowing like his spirit is with me. Like and he's that's my protector. Like that's how I know I'm protected. Is my father. Like so like I'm good. Like I don't regret not having a father figure in my life because I don't need that. Like it's my approval what I need. But like back to that Will Smith and like, cause that's what y'all here for. Back to Will Smith and like Chris Rock. I need my glasses, y'all. Like hold on, I need my glasses so I can see these comments. I hate the V Bucks. It's spending real money to buy. Exactly, but that's what the world is coming to. That's how I am with my Curtis. That's how I am with my my daughter. Like I've been raising, literally been raising her. She'll be 11 next month. I've been raising her over half her life. Like so, she be on the phone with her other dad, and like and she be saying, "Yeah, my dad." Like she be talking about me, and she be saying, "Yeah, my dad, not my other dad or my stepdad." She says, "My dad." Like so, That's my like look. I don't even. I used to say yeah, I only got 6 kids, but like my biological kids, and I'll have. I was mentioned. I'll say I'll have my stepdaughter, but now I'm like nah. Like, what's the difference between like the stepchildren and like this children? When like she's more of like me than like my other children. Is like my oldest son, Katie, is like me because it's within him, of course. But Naya, like I said, she's like the female version of me, and like she's it's crazy to see it like with my own eyes. Like I just and she's tall. She by next year, cause she'll be 11 like next month. By the age of 12, she'll be taller than me as well. So like it's I'm gonna have 2 children that's taller than me. Like so, but I understand like they're gonna be 2 giants in the world with a mindset like me. Like and not gonna have the obstacles I have because they got a dad that's me. Like so I have a little cousin since he was 10 months old. He's 8. I see. Exactly. Like so, I understand. Like Naya, that was my daughter in a past life. Like so, it's like blood don't mean a thing. Cause you done done that. Hey, I got to like I'm just still in the beginning stages of what I got going on. Like my channel is like literally growing every single day. Like so, every day somebody new is coming through. I'm usually dropping knowledge. Babe, why you make that face, bro? Oh, I forgot. I forgot you was in here. She don't be commenting like that. I forgot I was talking about Naya, so I know why you made the face. But I didn't say that because I didn't see you was in here. I forgot you was in here. So I be forgetting like that's my stepdaughter sometimes, but nah, that's my real daughter. Hey, shout out to Curtis for real. That's what I don't have friends. I told my son today. I told both my son and his best friend. I said there's no such thing as friends. Like it's only the family you create or associate, but you ain't got no friend. Like so, like they understand. I'm t- I was treating my son's best friend as my son. Like so, I know his mom like he was with me like the whole time. Shout out to One Love coming through. We gonna get back to the topic of this whole situation, but I was talking to my son and his best friend. Like, well, I was talking to the best friend as if he was my son. Like, so, like he's 13. Like, he's a couple months older than my son. Like, he just remind me of myself. He's like shorter than my son, who's like 5'10". Is like shit. I'm 5'7", and his friend probably like 5'3", 5'4". But I was letting him like giving him the confidence, letting him know like, hey, don't worry about your height. Yeah, KJ super tall, like, cause I had a associate named Marcus, who's ends up KJ's stepdad. It was crazy, right? Crazy story, but I'm not gonna get into that like later. But still, like how life is turned around and it is, like it's crazy. Like literally, I can tell y'all some stuff and y'all be like, wait, what? Make y'all hate some people in this mug, but that's not what I'm. It's positive minds only. But to get back to the topic of this whole 2 big actors in the world, Will Smith and Chris Rock. How many of y'all planning on watching like Everybody Hates Chris or uh, The Fresh Prince of Bel Air? Like, how many of y'all are planning to watch that now? Like, be honest and say, give it a thumbs up, hit the like button or something. Like, how many of y'all are planning to watch that now? Or y'all planning to watch the Oscars? Is y'all watching the Oscars now? I don't know if it's still on, but how many of y'all watched the Oscars after that happened? Like, that was all staged to make people draw your attention to them. Not I didn't see it enough. Shout out to Tasha for not like like falling in the trap. Yo, I gotta get back into my kiddo. Hey, I respect that. I gotta get back to my kids tomorrow. Like I got my little. I ain't have a break because I was here with my son. Like so, I left my 6 kids to come be with my oldest son for 5 days. So he went back home today, but we've been in chilling. I took him to the movies to see my favorite game movie, Uncharted. That movie was pretty dope. Uh, then we did went to the mall, did some other stuff like so. Went bowling. I done crushed him in bowling. Like I took before we even started bowling, cause I thought like my son was probably gonna beat me. I ain't even gonna lie. I thought my son was gonna beat me, like in bowling, because I know he's pretty good at it. But I actually crushed their ass, like both of them. Like so, I hit 3 strikes in a row in bowling. I never did that. I probably did that once. The first time I went bowling, I think I rolled probably like 3 strikes in a row, and I hit a turkey, and I never did that again in my life. And what's crazy is that that day that I did hit that the first time I went bowling, that was with my son's stepdad and his mom. His mom took me to bowling with him, and like she actually taught me how to bowl that day. That's how I was hitting. No, it was actually a random dude who like showed me how to bowl, and like I started hitting strikes that day. Like so, but I never hit that turkey until like the other day when I was with my son, and like it brought back memories of like, and that was the actual bowling alley I went to. Like so, this whole trip to Gary, Indiana, even though it's been a dark cloud casted over this mug the whole time I've been here, and the energy been low and miserable and low vibration. I said vibration, but low vibration. Like the energy is real low. You can feel it. Like, but me, I've been like trying to meditate, but I just literally forgot what I was talking about. So if somebody can just tell me what I said last to help me like get back on track. But what was I talking about? I can't just, it's crazy. I can't just call like my wife my around the corner. Like usually she's in the room like right next to me. Like so I've never been away from her this long since we've been together. Like she's actually the first woman that's I've been with that's been the case. Like so with my first like my son's mom, we dated and then I went to the military, so I was gone for months. And then even with my ex-wife, I did 2 deployments when I was dating her. So I was gone like more than a whole year away from that relationship. So this is the first time I've been. It's cold as fuck out here. It was raining, fucking snowing out and shit. I'm like, what the fuck? It was 90 degrees back home, like so it was miserable as fuck. Like so, like I've been trying to stay in a warm spot, but I'm being back home tomorrow. Like so, I can't wait. Literally, I can't wait. But it's been fun, like spending time with my son. So I'm like, I have to make it a more often that I come out here and be with him, because I understand how important it is, like to have a real father figure in your life. Like so, even though he do got a stepdad, like I'm his dad. Like he know, like like ain't no other dad. Like it's me. I'm the one. Like I'm that type of dad. Like even with my stepkids, like literally, I had with my ex-wife, I had a stepson. His name is Elijah, and I was his dad. Like he called me his dad. Now he's living with his dad. Like what's funny is his dad posted videos on Facebook with Elijah, and like is making Elijah like sing. Oh, I ain't say he making him do stuff, but he's working out with him, running with him. And I'm like, Elijah don't like to run like that. Like he'd rather be like chilling. Like but he's saying like my son. I'm like, hey, that's cool. I ain't trying to take your spot. But Elijah used to always call me his dad because I was the one who was there. I raised him like so. Naya's like the same way, but Naya's like more like me. Elijah wasn't like me. Like Elijah was like himself. Like I don't know who he acted like, but I always like I didn't claim. I never said. I probably when I was married, I was like that was my son. But I think I always made it clear that was my stepson. Like literally, I think I always made it clear that was my stepson. But now that's my daughter. You can't tell me that I don't give a fuck what her dad or real dad said. That's my You can't If you watching my video right now, you can't even say I ain't her dad because like I've been taking care of her for like the past 5 years. Like so, there's nothing you can say. Yeah, you probably birthed it, but like if we talking spirituality, you ain't her. You wasn't her dad in her last life, the other life before that, probably the before one before that. Like so, probably her dad this time, like for whatever reason, like she chose her, but like that's my daughter, like literally. So to know like my son got into a fight the other day, right? And Naya is the one who stepped up, and like my other kids, like Aaliyah and Kanisha, they was there and they ain't even protect their brother. I'm like, how was y'all mom raising y'all? Like, they're the way them my three children that I just got custody of, like they've been with their mom for like what the past 6 years. Like so their thinking habits and the way they are, they're programmed a certain way. So I'm like, I understand that I gotta change that. Like I gotta fix their programming because the way they set up, if they was to go down that path like how they are now, it'd be a path to destruction, a path they don't want to go. Like so, like it's hard because I'm like that the way they are, and I'm like, damn, like how do I do this? Because me reprogramming myself was easily like to force myself into doing like thinking positive. Children, like they're 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 most vulnerable as far as like soaking in information and knowledge, like the age like what 1 through 7. My youngest daughter is 7 years old. Well, not my youngest, but my youngest with the three is 7, and like is 7, 9, and 11. Like so, they've been for the past about 6 years. They've been being trained and programmed by church, by religion, by their mom. Like so, I'm like, damn. Like I kind of fucked up, like leaving them there, but at the time when I first left, like I ain't had no choice. Like I had to go. Like I ain't had no extra money. Like literally, I couldn't even buy in 2015 when my Gigi died. When I came back home, I my grandma paid for my bus ticket. I had to catch a Greyhound back home, like from North Carolina to Indiana, back to Gary, Indiana. Like so, that was like a 30 some hour bus ride and like miserable cold, like so giving me nostalgia feeling, like Gary is full of nostalgia. Like so I had to build my way back up to like leaving, moving to Vegas, and like I failed in Vegas, like failed in Vegas, like literally. Then now I'm back up. Like now I'm back to the point where I can come back and visit with my son in more than a weekend. Last time I came, I don't think I only stayed like 2 or 3 days, and I drove. Like so that was I ain't that was a long drive, but this one like catching the plane like way easier. Like spending a lot more time, like it's way more fun. Like so, I wouldn't even been on live tonight if my son was in here. Like so, like it's that simple. I don't know why, but still, I gotta be in the room. Like I mean, my Dana, she could probably be in a room and like I mean, kids can be in a room, but I don't know. It's something different when you in a room by yourself talking, like and just smoking. I ain't got no weed. Like I took some edibles earlier. Like I took three of the mugs for the mugs. Like I actually feel them. Feel like I was smoking weed, but like man, like I, this whole time I ain't had no flower. Like so I didn't did a detox basically. On like I ain't gonna say I did a detox, but I took a break on smoking like flower like for the past 5 days. So it's too dang cold. It is cold out here. I'm like, I told him I ain't coming back out here in the winter, like spring, winter, none of that shit. Like so, he know. Like he like, I want to move out there with you. He like, I can't wait to move. I'm like, yeah, keep thinking that way, cause you gonna manifest it. Like so, it was like in the 90s this weekend in Vegas. Like so, I'm like, now it's gonna. I think it's gonna be like 70 something when I come back. The mugs is kicking in. Like I ain't expect that shit. Like, but I took three. Like so, usually I'd take like two. Now I didn't feel it. Like so, it was like I was. Even though I wasn't smoking flower when I took those two edibles, I still didn't really feel nothing. Like so, I think I smoked too much weed. So tonight I took three, and now I actually feel it. Like I smoked. So I'm like, oh, that's what I had to do. And now I got three left too. Like so, my wife thought she had some edibles tonight. I mean, coming back home, but she don't. Cause I'm like, oh, that's all I needed to do was take three. But I got my weed back home, like so. But was Will Smith in the right? We gotta make. Can I make a poll? Nah, I can't even make a poll on here. That sucks. Oh, I actually can get on my computer. I forgot, y'all. I can't make. Oh, we gonna see what's Chris Rock in though. I mean, not Chris Rock. Will. Shit wanna be every time I get on a computer, the shit goes slow. Every time, like, what the hell is up with that? Make sure y'all hit that like button if you haven't already. Really appreciate it. Okay, what else was I supposed to be doing? I forgot. Oh, poll. Can't you type and shit? What the fuck? But I'ma say, if even if hey, if this was real, let's just say this real, right? Was Will Smith wrong? Nah. Why not? Like you defending your wife. Like if somebody's talking shit about my wife, especially like if she's going through stuff like I'm not sure what my wife said type of disease she had, but if she had a disease, like I'm gonna slap the fuck out of you too. Like, but you could tell it was fake how he walked off and laughed, like kind of smirked. Like if it was real and like you got real anger in you, like you're not about to just walk off like I mean and smile like you gonna still be like have rage in your face and especially like Chris Rock like if you slap me I'm beating your ass like we gonna fight on the stage like it's gonna be a WWE I thought it was WWE scripted someone's grandma called into a live holler about was saying his banishing from her house. So everybody tuned in like literally everybody and their mama is watching the Oscars literally whoever like getting a check from that, whoever wrote that in is like a genius. Man, whoever came up with that idea is I'm telling you about to benefit off that shit. Like so I understand like how it go. Like I'm making getting into the entertainment industry myself, like not on no shit like that, but like just as far as like behind the scenes, like coming hey, I know I can come up with some shit like so I know how my mind works. Like so everybody saying no, like shit, I don't think he was wrong either. I wonder how like Chris Rock jaw feel like shit. Like I said, let's just say if it is real, because who knows? Like I wasn't there. Like I just got my own opinion. I think the shit is scripted. Think it's fake. They actors. Whoop-de-doo. But let's just say it is real. Like Chris Rock is a hoe. Like you supposed to like you supposed to fight back. Like, hey. But at the same time, why didn't nobody attack Ricky Gervais when he was going in on everybody? He went in on everybody, everybody. Nobody came on stage and like slapped him, did nothing, none of that shit. Like, so why wasn't the same energy? Why couldn't Will Smith keep his calm and approach him backstage? Hmm? Like y'all saying Will Smith in the right, but like why couldn't he? Why he bring that energy to August Alsina? Like so, somebody dislike my thing. Like I don't. It must have been somebody who don't like me. Look at y'all making my shit fall. Who is that with that negative energy in here? I know how that shit work. Somebody. But this shit live. Couldn't make this shit up. But telling you, people gonna watch the Fresh Prince of Bel Air. People gonna watch Everybody Hate Chris. They bank account is gonna get fatter. You gonna I don't know if they're gonna do more interviews. Like, but probably won't even do no interviews because they don't. Will Smith gonna be like, I don't want to promote no negativity. Like, I apologize. Like, but still, like, people is gonna buy that book. He already got a book out. Like, so are you gonna fall for that or what? I ain't. I thought it was funny. Like I'm gonna get rather get paid off this. So hey, make sure y'all donate to the Cash App. Donate to the channel. I really appreciate it. I do reinvest right back into my business, my YouTube. I'm not one of the people who spend it on like shit that they don't need. Like so, if you want me to continue to do this every day, make sure you donate to the channel. Shout out to the people who have donated, Tasha and Brian. He not in here tonight, but still, shout out to them. So y'all donating to the channel. Who called? He wasn't supposed to open his mouth. Why didn't Will Smith like? They probably did fight, but they didn't. That's all. I think that whole thing is fake. I think Hollywood is everything that happens is fake, from as far as actors, unless they die. But even most of those suicides, I think they're fucking not suicides. I think they're murders. Actually, I wanted to write like a book about like Hollywood murders and like people thinking it's a suicide, but it's really not. It's really somebody knocking off these high. I mean these known celebrities and shit. So, but Jada been like with a bunch of dudes more than just August Alsina. He just like literally opened his mouth, so I had to say something. I don't know his zodiac sign, but I know he one of them people like that. Gotta profess his love, like just gotta do it on like, hey, like motherfucking Kanye. Shit, watch out for them type of man. I might be one of them. You never know. Like, but still, hey, that's honesty though. Like, so the nigga ain't lying about nothing. Like, you can't be mad. Wouldn't you like to know? Most people would. Like, they like being in people's business. So as long as I'm pretty sure people stream, bought, listen to August Alsina music. You don't think his streams went up? I love that song, and I love this shit. I love that shit. I don't even think I played it, but I might go play it. That wasn't his song. What was it? It's Trinidad James. Was one of them. I know they both was in the same song, but still, the shit is fucking scripted. Virgos. I know a couple Virgos. I don't think I dated one though. Probably talked to one, but never like I only claim like three like people like in my life, and that's like KJ's mom, my three kids' mom, and my mom. I said my mom, but my wife today. Like so, and I don't really, I don't claim the middle one. Like now that I got my kids, like I don't claim her. Like she's not in the picture, but still like watch out for them Geminis too. Like Kanye Gemini, like my I got a cousin who's Gemini. Oh, some people saying Kanye. I mean, Will was he was wrong. I can't really see it. 25%. It was 4 votes though. Young is kind of like dropped tonight, but hey, it's whatever. Like shit, I think it's funny. Yeah, well, she might be thinking about shit right now. She probably is. Shit. But was I talking shit about my mama tonight? I don't think so. Like, so if she would have said something, like it's somebody else, probably my auntie. Literally, probably my auntie. Cause you said my mom. I think my auntie was my mom in the past life. I be, and I think I know. Like so, me knowing shit, like I know like why shit is the way it is and why people act the way they do. And they don't even know why they act the way they do. Like so, when you said my mom, you probably wasn't even talking about my mom. Mom, you probably was talking about mom. The mom like that. Her energy is my mom. Cause my mom today, like her energy is more like my sister. Like she remind me more of my sister than my mom. And as a matter of fact, she is my sister because my grandmother adopted me. Like so, that's crazy. And we used to call my mom my sister because like we got adopted, and she used to hate that shit. But the law said we were siblings. Like as far as like yeah, I don't know about relationship wise, but I fuck with Trump. Like you don't fuck with Trump, Tasha? Accidentally said mom when you're talking about your children's mother. Uh, no, but yeah. But my wife, she's the mom, like literally, she's like more motherly type. She take care of me. But Tasha, you don't fuck with Trump? I think he dope. I ain't no type to vote, but I think I need to start voting because I do want to get into politics one day. So I can't not vote. I mean, I can't. Yeah, I can't not vote and then want people to vote for me. Like, right? So I think if Donald Trump run again, I'll vote for him. Especially if he's going against Biden. Get that, get him out of here. Like so, I mess with some of the things he says and does. It's just the antics. I don't like. I know it's all acting. Like so, I don't. It's easy for me to look past that thing. Like so, I can tell what he truly stands for. So that's like, and knowing like I'm trying to get wealthy in this mug. Like I ain't trying to be just live poverty wise like shit. So what Biden doing, he trying to tax the billionaires and shit. And I seen that today, and it made me mad. I'm like, what the hell? Why am I getting mad about that? I ain't no billionaire. But that showed me like, hey, I will be one day. And like I said, I'm an empath, so I feel people who was mad about it. I rather exactly. I definitely Trump was the best president to me. That's the only president that put money in my pockets. I don't know nobody else, no other president. I Bill Clinton was the president, but I was a kid. And then whoever I forgot who was the president, but I think George Bush. The first George Bush was the president. Then Bill Clinton. Then the other Bush was the president. Then Barack Obama, Donald Trump. Now we got Biden. So I've been here for 6 presidents, and all of them motherfuckers was trash except Trump. Trump isn't racist. He just doesn't like exactly like so. And basically, he don't like sleep people. He don't like people who don't know who they are, who just like in this world wasting space. And that's what Bill Gates and all them. They don't like people who waste space. People don't like just wasting life. I don't like those people. I want everybody to evolve. When you want everybody to evolve and grow, you don't want your mom just to stay asleep, not knowing who she is, like wasting her life away working the 9 to 5, not progressing. Like that shit is why the fuck you here? Like literally, like my grandma. I ain't gonna let me not talk about my grandma, but it's somebody out there like that's old, and like they just wasting their life away, and like they want to be here. They don't want to die. They scared to die. I'm like, motherfucker, what you holding on for? You go through pain every day. Like your body ache. You tired. You poor. You in poverty. What the fuck you here for? Like wasting space. No, I have to be up in a couple hours. I'm about to get in bed. Oh yeah, I forgot you got a good job. My wife got a job. Shout out to her being a worker. look, she was feeling some type of way for me talking about the workers, but nah, my wife knows. She knows. I be motivating everybody. Like, hey, and there. Let me make it clear, 100% clear, because I might have to make this into a clip. There's nothing wrong with working a 9 to 5 job. The thing is, are you working a 9 to 5 and you're not working on yourself? Like it's okay to work like a job and put money in your pockets and like fund your business and like invest, like because that's what I before I quit my job and like before I decided to work on myself. I wish I had decided like learn how to save first because I didn't. Like so when I quit, I just had one income coming in and like that had to go towards bills. Like so if I had a decided to become a business owner while I had a job, I would have been able to fund my business from the job, but I wasn't thinking that way. Like, so if you're thinking about quitting your job and like starting your own, like, come up with a plan and then start to save towards your business, like, and then go from there. Like, until when you're comfortable enough, when you have at least, they say at least 6 months enough to live off of. Like, so when you saved up that amount of money, that's when you can quit your job. Like, and then focus on what you want to focus on. I didn't do that. Like, so I was living to paycheck to paycheck for a long time. Like even when I was woke, because I ain't really had no choice. Because I didn't just I was deciding not to work on nobody else, and I didn't know. It was like I couldn't even save. Like even if I tried to save, even if I tried to invest, the investments wouldn't work. Like I would lose in the stock market. I'll lose crypto. Like like so it was like dang nothing works out for me. Like so I understand like the investment that I need to focus on is real estate, Like so, that's what I'm looking into get into now. I was a truck driver. Hey, I was a truck driver too for like 3 months, and I'm like, this shit ain't working for me. I got fired too, so like it wasn't. I mean, I knew it was my fault, but that shit, I was just doing that because I knew I can get paid from out there. I think I was working for Snyder, and I probably was making like 500 a week, in within those 3 months. Then like I probably nope, because I got some bonuses too. Like so, I got a. What's your opinion? I'm gonna give you that after I talk about like my truck driving days when I got fired, but I did that in like 2016. Like I went to truck driving school in Miami, which is like kind of lit, messing dope people, and then like working with like I thought I had it down packed, but they put me on a night shift, and it wasn't overnights. I wasn't like just I said overnight. It wasn't on the road, like so I wasn't just traveling state to state. I was local, basically, just in Chicago. Like so, traveling through Chicago, you know how like packed and like that shit is. Like it's make one wrong like turn, like you fuck, like so. Like over the 3 months that I was actually driving, like I hit like stop signs and shit. Like I didn't fucking tore up my truck a couple times, tore up the tires, tore up the like trailer before, like turned on a one-way street and blocked up the whole fucking street for miles back. Like cars was waiting on me to get towed out. Like so, I've been through some shit, kind of. Like in my truck driving days, within those 3 months, I realized that shit wasn't for me because they put me on nights and like I was getting sleepy sometimes. Like so, so shit was not like going in my favor, but it looked good. Like I was able to post pictures of my truck on Facebook and like get likes and comments, so I thought I was doing like, hey, that was good. And I had a signing bonus, so like extra money was coming in, like so like I was making more money, like so I was living like a bachelor life, like doing in those 3 months. Like so, it didn't work out for me, but that's cool because everything ain't for everybody. Like so, I learned wasn't for me through truck driving. Like so, that's not to say I won't own a truck in the future because I have the business of a truck driver. Like so, that's what that was about. Like getting the experience of a truck driver. So now I know what to invest my money in. That's a good thing to invest in, like trucking. Like so, cause I see you in here, like shit, you know more about it than I do, cause that's what you do on a daily. Like so, if you thinking about like starting, I don't know if you got your own business, but like hey, everybody should want to be like want to work for themselves, especially when you know you working for somebody else and you probably getting like pennies. Not pennies, but like compared to the fucking CEO and the person who started it, like, and that's what I never looked at it as when I was working. Like I was like I would never thought of me working for somebody else. I didn't never think like when I was working a job, I was working for somebody else. My whole thing was I'm working to pay the bills. Like I got a job, like extra income. Like yeah, first working to pay the bills. No, when I first started working, I didn't have to pay no bills. Had a job for extra income. That's all my like into field time. Like so, then that was in high school. Then I went to the military. So it wasn't like I was fucking working and fucking talk ish about someone. I was so I gotta realized I gotta get back to the subject. But back to the working too. Like I realized only reason I used to work was like just to have the extra income till I start working to pay the bills. Like then that's when I'm like, but honestly, that was only when I was like living in North Carolina when I had to do that. Like when I was in Gary, I didn't have to work to pay the bills. And like even when I came to Vegas, I didn't have to work to pay bills. Like so, like that's was one thing like obstacles I didn't have to worry about. Like as far as like starting my own business, like I didn't have to depend on like paying the bill, like my next check where it was gonna come from. So I even when I was working, I never gave a fuck about getting fired. Never gave a job a 2 weeks notice. Like I was like always out this bitch. Like whenever I was ready to go, I was ready to go. Like I was never worried about getting fired. None of that. Like so, hey, now I'm in the position I'm in now, and it's pretty going pretty great. But let me answer that question that I seen earlier. Oh, you said what's my opinion on Indiana? My opinion on Indiana. When I got here, it was cold. It was gloomy. It was dark. When I was driving through the city, like with my son, it was like a bunch of abandoned buildings, and I was like, damn, like every school that I went to, that I seen was abandoned. Like literally from the elementary school, I haven't seen my high school, but I know that's abandoned. The middle school I seen was abandoned. I'm like, so damn, like this shit is like literally. I ain't gonna say it's a ghost town, but Maryville, like I'm in Maryville, so I'm not really in Gary. Like I'm probably like 5 minutes out the city, but like I was driving through it because my son is there. Like so, like that shit is fucking compared to Vegas. It's like I can't wait to go back home. Like shit, Vegas is home. I don't consider like fucking Gary home. Like so, like I said, I felt the energy of like low vibration. Like I felt I was kind of getting like negative thoughts. I was getting a lot of negative thoughts here, like just a lot of negativity. Like I'm like, damn, like I feel like that negative energy here, and it's overwhelming. And like to understand, like most people don't even recognize, can't even like, don't even understand it, don't even like, it doesn't trip. I don't know. I can't figure out the word, but it don't fucking thing. It don't. I can't think of the word. Fuck it. But let me get back to the fucking topic of the thing. Like, let me get back to the topic. Jada and Will and all them is actors. Like literally, they actors. Like so. Why you be looking like LL Cool J? I need these glasses to see the comments. That's the only reason I got glasses on. Like, cause I was squinting and I couldn't see shit. Like so. To say I look like LL Cool J, I do not think I look like LL Cool J. But I mean Will Smith, like I said, he got a book out, his autobiography. It's on shelves now. I'm pretty sure it's gonna sell out. He got the show, Fresh Prince is about to streams about to blow up. What else he got? Movies. I'm pretty sure people about to watch the movies. He got two shows, Fresh Prince. So like that shit, everything that he's got out is going to fill up his pockets, and then so is Chris Tucker. People gonna watch Everybody Hates Chris. People gonna watch New Jack City. Like just everything that they've done, like just off the strength of this. And I'm pretty sure there's deals in the background. I'm pretty sure Chris Tucker got like he got tours lined up like already. Like so he got something to talk about. So I just think it was all a setup. I haven't watched the new Fresh Prince though. Like for me, I'd have knocked the shit out of him if you like hit me. Like if you put your hands on me, I'm gonna put my hands on you. Like it ain't no you just gonna slap me and walk off and then kind of smile. Like it wasn't like he was just angry. Like no, you seen it in the camera where like he got off script. Like well, you supposed to keep a straight face the whole way through, but he didn't. Like so, make sure you hit that like button if you haven't already. I really appreciate it. Like so, but yeah, I haven't seen this new show yet. But I was watching TV today because I'm in a hotel, and the old one was on, and I was like just watching that for a few minutes. And I'm like, oh shit, it caught my attention. But to know that like this happened, like I understand, like that shit is everybody about to just put more money in their pockets, and it's a distraction to me. I feel bad for Will. You can tell Jada had. I mean, what have Will did to Jada in the background that we don't know about? Nobody ever thinks about that. Like, how you know she ain't getting embarrassed by Will low key? Because it's Hollywood. Those actors do some strange things, some freaky things. Talk about family's bad, but you talk about my wife and point out her hair when she's going through the shit. But ain't that what comedians do? Like, ain't that what comedians known to do? I know a bunch of fucking comedians that talk way hella worse shit. What's worse, your wife having a side nigga that's younger than you, look better than you, probably to more women, sing better than you. Like, which one is more worse, getting embarrassed by that or somebody talking about your wife on stage, a bunch in front of white people? Why would you go on stage to embarrass another black man to make both of y'all look bad in front of these white people? Like you don't like come on, like that shit's fucking fake. I don't believe in none of that shit. But it's throwing that will you can only hold also. Man, that shit is gonna fill up their pockets, line up their pockets for like nobody's gonna get sued. I wouldn't even be surprised they had a movie coming out. Watch. I'm telling you, it could probably be a movie that they got coming out. Let's just see and wait. It'd probably take a couple years, but you never know how quick things happen out these days. I didn't even watch the whole thing. See, I went to go watch the Oscars because that was like the fucking 3 6 Mafia versus Bone Thugs and Harmony. That shot up the views on that video, on that stream when that happened. Like nobody was watching that verses until that popped off. Now Oscars like, oh, nobody's watching the Oscars. Well, we got this set up so people can watch the Oscars. Like fill up our pockets more, stream up our numbers more. You know how many people didn't like profit like this is gonna profit off of this. He really wasn't scared. He knew it was gonna happen. Called acting. How long have they been acting? Will Smith been like rapping and acting before I was born. I'm pretty sure Chris Tucker has too. I mean, I said Chris Tucker, but Chris Rock. Chris Rock. He was Rock. Okay. He put his hands up. It ain't gonna happen like that. I'm telling you. They all laughing in the green room, like knowing they gonna get way richer off this. Like they all walking away with a bag, way bigger bag, and this is gonna live on forever. Like so, that's just keeping their names in your mouth, like keeping your eyes on them. So me, I'm trying to focus on what's gonna work for me, and that's not. But actually, it is because I'm benefiting off the live with that. So yeah, glad they did that. Happy for both of them. Being a celebrity is not all. It is not. I don't want to be no celebrity. Fuck that shit. Fuck fame. Fuck all that shit. I'm only on here to build up my brand. Positive minds only. That's the only reason I'm here. Like so. Why? Like somebody liked them. While I was just about to say, make sure I hit that like button. So shout out to you for being the 23rd person to hit that like button. Like you probably was reading my mind. When I was losing brain. He not. Well, how he gonna lose bread? When people gonna watch his movies, his TV shows, buy his books. How? Nobody's gonna sue him. And they saw each other. I'm telling you, all that shit is scripted. My wife be quick to do. She ain't gonna swear nobody. Be the same with it. If this shit is real, if we like nobody is watching, like I don't know this shit is gonna happen. And you talking about my wife? Yeah, I'm putting my hands on you. I'm gonna like, well, I'm gonna say something like, cause I got a lot to lose right now. I ain't about to try to end up in jail off no dumb shit. Like that's how I know. Like shit, you can't just assault somebody. Where the police at? Why wasn't there no bigger, more commotion? Where was the security at? You can't. No matter what, no matter how much. Like I'm pretty sure Chris Rock got security. Like so. Exactly. Will is the brand. He's gonna get like all publicity is good publicity. Like so, they understand that. Will has been getting terrorized all these years. This is nothing new. Chris Rock, you probably haven't seen him getting ridiculed that much, but this is a fucking Hollywood ritual. Like so, I understand that. People don't see it that way, but we different. I see things from a different angle. Like so, I've seen things over the years where black people have been like humiliated in front of the world, but I also understand that happens to all races. It don't just happen to like black people. Like so, Ricky Gervais, he went in on Hollywood. Way worse. That shit ain't what Chris Rock did. Said ain't got shit on what Ricky Gervais said to Hollywood a couple years ago. Just watch the YouTube clips. I think it was the Oscars too. I'm not for sure, but like still, just go back and watch what he said, and you can be like, oh shit, what the fuck? But that was to white people. The white people was talking about it. Now the black people got to get their ritual. Who knows what's gonna happen next with their like more rituals? It's rituals every year. It's a ritual. Like it's telling you, they do this shit all the time. Sacrifices. That shit is real. All of that shit is real. Them suicide, it don't be a lot. All those suicide. Yeah, some of those people commit suicide, but overall, them people be getting murdered. Like for whatever reason, for their money, for whatever, because you understand, you know how death, like it boosts up your streams, not just your streams, but like whatever you created in your life, whatever, like yeah, whatever it builds, like it pays whoever's gonna be, whoever got the password and the username to that account. Like that's who's gonna pay. So my whole thing is like I'm the only person. Me and my wife the only person who know that. We'll win an Oscar. Exactly like what? Let me read the whole thing first. We'll win an Oscar and he fought over his wife. Exactly. Like so, if that, let's just say this real, like he did the right thing. But at the same time, why you couldn't control yourself? Why you didn't confront him backstage? Why would you put yourself on the line knowing you don't know how he's gonna react? You don't know if he's gonna punch you back. What makes you so confident to think he's not gonna do nothing? Because if I got a mic in my hand, I'm smacking this motherfucker across your head. Like so, what what are we talking about here? Like, if this was real, I'm pretty sure Chris Rock would have acted way different. Chris Rock, when how he responded was like a bitch. Like so, I'm not saying he's that, but how that transition, like that scene, that clip, will forever be like seen like that. Like, but some people like, oh, like he ain't fall back, like he ain't react. He turned the other cheek. Fuck that shit. I ain't about to just turn the other cheek. I'ma rock you in your cheek. Like fuck that. But I'm different. I don't think how other people think. I'm not your average. So people believe what they want to believe in life, and I'm okay with that. Like, so if you think like it's real, if you think Will was in the right, if you think Will was in the wrong, hey, shit, it's cool with me. I'm not gonna argue with you. Why? Like, it's your opinion. Cause we honestly really don't know. We wasn't there. Wasn't like literally. Even if we was there, we wouldn't know. Like, so I'm not Will Smith, and I'm not Chris Rock. I'm not the people behind the scenes. Like, so I don't know how that script is written, because it's always scripts. I mean, that Ricky Gervais shit, like that was like, if you go watch, I'm gonna watch it again to see like which one was more like more fucked up, but overall, I believe like that one was like more. Ricky Gervais was like more of a crazier one. Like, so, but once again, it boils down to opinions. Like, and what does this really matter? I bet you next week nobody's gonna be talking about this shit. That's how this shit goes. You can have a big news headline or social media headline today. 4 or 5 days from now, there'll be another fucking headline that's going people gonna be talking about. So that's just how this world is on today. Like none of this shit. Like back in the day, the news would play a fucking thing all fucking day. Like so, I remember 9/11 happened. That was on. Nah, I'm pretty sure something like 9/11 happened. That shit will be talked about more. But no, because some shit. It's been plenty of. Nah, I ain't gonna say nothing on the level 9/11 happened. So let's not speak that into existence. But it's certain things that happen. It like it's forgotten about. Like even when people die, they're forgotten about in a couple days. Like that's just how this shit go. Like so, even if you're a celebrity, you should understand that. Like if you don't know that, then that's the case. Like people forget shit pretty quick. Like so, why would I get down on any fucking thing? There's a 72-hour rule. Like knowing like motherfuckers is gonna forget what just happened. It would have been more cringing. You think if he had a fallen back, would have been more cringe and embarrassed? I mean, like if as a man, I mean, mm, you got a point there, Tasha. I'm not gonna say you wrong, but I'm just telling you what I would have did. Like you're not about to just. I'd at least grabbed you or something. Like I'd like it ain't gonna just be no. I'm gonna stand there. Like I'm gonna have to walk off the stage too. Like I don't like. I think it's scripted. You're not gonna go over your jokes first. Like you're not going. I'm telling you, they're grown men. They're actors. Been acting for 30 plus years, probably 100% 30 plus years. Like so, together with them 60 plus years of work, you don't think like they didn't went over some script like this shit ain't scripted? I don't think we even ever seen a movie with Chris Rock and Will Smith together. this is that. So understanding that that's how Hollywood works, putting things together. Now it's in live. Now it's not on movies now. We don't have to worry about seeing a Will Smith and a Chris Rock movie. We seen it in real life. What can you people? Why would I want to see a movie that's scripted when I seen this? That's quote unquote live, real. Like so, it's gonna fill the pockets up from the movies, the books. Like so, it's that does more than a fucking movie today. Like so, what do I need a movie for when I could just go viral off some shit today and like them all things that I've created up until this point, like is gonna sell out. Like so, they know that they've been doing this for years. Exactly. Someone Chris Hanlon, he's person. Exactly. Like, didn't y'all watch Bone Thugs on Harmony and fucking? I didn't watch the movie. I mean, I wasn't watching the stream, but I like literally seen the clip of it as soon as it happened. Like, I don't, but I wasn't fucking worried about. I don't even think I was doing this on live at that time. Like, so I didn't talk about it. But that shit, I think that was real. I don't think this is real. This is more like put together, scripted. Everything about this seemed scripted to me. The way he walked up, slapped. I couldn't even see like the way that. I mean, I didn't watch it live. I don't. I would have to watch it live to see it in full context. See, and that's what it is. That's what they know. They know. Oh, we gonna put these clips on the internet that seem like not put together. We're not gonna show you. I mean, like, the whole joke on the internet first. We're gonna show you a clip, then we're gonna show you Will Smith. Well, I said Will Smith. Will Smith slapping Chris Rock. Like, so it's gonna make people go watch the or whatever it is. It's gonna make them go back and go see what it was. Like, so I understand how it goes. It's scripted. You have to let it play out like this. You have to let it play out like what? Like, cause I feel like if it was scripted, they gotta let it play out like how it went out. Like shit, you just walk off. They will smash you, Margot Robbie. Ain't no telling. Hollywood is like full of like them doing orgies and shit, doing little freaky things. But like, who am I to judge? I don't give a fuck. That ain't me. I'm not in those circles. I'm not in those mansion parties. Like, I don't give a fuck what they got going on. Like, you go and do what you want to do. What you do, that's on you. And like, I don't believe in like people who are lesbian, gay, or whatever going to hell because they that way. Like, nah, that shit is false. So, do you? What movie did they do together? I don't recall. I don't remember off the bat. Probably seen it if they did, but I don't remember at all. So I know Will Smith pulled out of Suicide Squad 2, and he should have, because that movie was fucking trash. Like, I don't know what the fuck made them put that shit out. Like, they should. Do they plan on making a Suicide Squad 3? I don't think so, because that shit fucking whack as fuck. Who the fuck green lighted that shit? Like, so Will Smith did the right thing. He shouldn't have dodged the Matrix and did Wild Wild West, but like, he made the right decision not fucking doing that. That's what I'm saying. They had to let it play out. Exactly, like, so like, this is more believable, like him walking off, like, but if like shit, real life shit, Chris Rock should have swung on him, hit him in the back of his head with that mic or something, threw the mic or something. Like, he ain't even have to swing, but just threw the mic or did something. And like, he grabbed the mic and like he was reading a teleprompter, like, hey, it's part of the script, you know. Like, so just imagine how richer they gonna be off of this. Like, just imagine. Like, I already know. I'm not counting pockets, but I understand. Like, they over 30 years plus both with them. Like, they did a lot of work over these years, so like, they gonna get rich off of this. Way richer. I say rich. They gonna get way richer. billionaires probably off of this shit. If this don't put Will Smith at a billionaire, I don't. I bet you it's gonna be something. We gonna hear some more shit about him, like, cause it's gonna always. He got a YouTube channel, like got a book out, two TV shows that's on TV, or the other one's on fucking. I don't know what it's on. I haven't watched it yet, but like understanding, like they get these people know what they're doing. They're actors, literally. They actors. So what do actors do? Like they tell stories. They make things seem or live. Or now it's in live. We never seen shit like this in live now. Now they should put more shit in live. Like so, motherfuckers ain't watching movies like that no more. Illuminati type shit. All scripted, man. Go there. Exactly. Like in front of a bunch of white people. You know, like only white people watch the Oscars. Like what these two black men, prominent, powerful men in Hollywood. Like this shit is scripted. That's what I. That was the first thing I got off. That was what my intuition told me scripted. Like so, I'm not a person to second guess myself. Like that's what it seemed like to me. That's what it looked like to me. That's why I'm on here talking about it. Like if I thought it was real, like shit, I probably still been on here talking about it was real. But all this shit is fucking fake. Especially with the meme setup. It's like people, those memes came quick. Like they be having them mugs already set to like get like be put out on social media. Like that should be quick. Like bruh, like I'm not saying like people ain't quick on it. Like but slapping shit within it is like for real. Like shit. If you was real mad, why you ain't punch that motherfucker in his nose? Like punch his ass in the throat or something. Like shit, he slapped that nigga. Like that shit acting. He did another Will Smith. This ain't the first time he actually slapped somebody. He slapped another dude trying to kiss him. But that was on the red carpet actually. So Will Smith has a fucking thing with doing this. So once again, that could have been scripted. I thought that was scripted too. Exactly like so. Chris wore a dress on. I ain't see that like I didn't grow up. What was crazy is I didn't grow up watching Martin. I didn't grow up watching Fresh Prince of Bel Air. I didn't grow up watching Jamie Foxx. I've seen those shows on the TV here and there, but even though I grew up in the hood, I did not grow up watching none of that. So I'm not. I don't know those shows like that. I've seen T. I've been on like seen marathons of them like shit, but overall like I ain't never just said, "Hey, let me watch this." But I'm a fan of Hollywood because of what it creates. Like, but I'm not a fan of like actors and shit. Like, I don't give a fuck about no celebrities. I wouldn't even give a fuck about this situation. But overall, like, this is Positive Minds Only a media company. This is what I'm supposed to do. Like, so I'm basically a journalist or what is it? Not the anchor, but probably anchor. Just talking about shit on news. This is my news. I'm just here live. That's what I'm looking at it. So I ain't about to be on here all night. I done took two edibles. No, three. And like those mugs kicked in. Like shit. So I say what I have to say. I don't think it's anything else I have to say about this situation. Y'all made y'all the vote is actually more yes, Will Smith was wrong. 58% compared to 42%. So y'all believe Will was wrong. Like shit, I believe he could have handled it a better way. But at the same time, hey, this man defended his wife, right? Like so, whatever. This shit fucking, yeah, I said fucking, it's fake. I can't see it no other way. It's just gonna make them way richer. When y'all had it, if you somebody came up to you with an opportunity and said, "Hey, say this about this person, quote unquote brother, or what?" They gonna come on stage, slap you. Y'all gonna get way richer off this. What you gonna do? We're gonna say Chris Rock probably gonna get an extra 10 million off this. Will Smith gonna get an extra probably like 35 million off this. Wouldn't you take that? And it's not no movie. We ain't gotta like. They probably did fucking go over this shit. Like, but it ain't take like months to do this shit like movies and shit. It ain't take that much time. Like, so wouldn't you take that shit too? Knowing like your TV shows that you get paid off, like basically reparation, not reparations. I don't know what made me say that, but ain't it crazy? Like this happened now. Well, nah, it ain't crazy. Like shit happened like every fucking day. But I wonder what's fucking we supposed to be paying attention to. Cause I always know like there's some distractions going on. This just seemed like a fucking big ass distraction to me. Like so, that's just my beliefs on the shit. At the end of the day, hopefully I got something else to talk about on like on live next. Cause I know this is gonna blow over in like 3 or 4 days. People is gonna stop talking. I'm telling you, this is how fast social media is. In 3 or 4 days, nobody will talk about Will Smith and like Chris Rock with this. But next year, there's somebody they'll start sharing it again. Like you see it pop up, like and it's like the Hungry Games. Like the shit happens yearly, every time. Like the shit gets brought up. Like so, hey, it's benefiting them, right? Like so, I'm not mad at them. Like I said, they actors. Like they benefiting from the situation. Both of them are benefiting from the situation. Like whether you say like this just happened like on the stage and that's the end of it, nah. Like both of them are benefiting from this. People are gonna watch Everybody Hates Chris. He's gonna have tours booked up. Like he's gonna have jokes about it. He gonna get paid. Like people gonna get the audio book for Will. I might use one of my credits to listen to the book now. Like shit, but still, I'm not about to spend no cash on that. Like and I probably even though I bought a book, I probably won't listen to it off the back. But we probably that'll probably give me fucking not blocked, but that'll probably get taken down. That that book if we listen to that Will Smith audio book, but it's on Audible. But I ain't give a fuck about listening to his backstory, but cause I know he not telling the whole fucking truth. Don't write no book if you're not gonna tell me the whole truth. Like there you go. Don't leave nothing out. Like so. I think that's why I ain't wrote no book yet, cause it ain't been long enough for me to tell like everything that I want to tell. I gotta write some shit that don't got nothing to do with me, but like if I'm gonna write my life story, you gotta be like after I like time has passed. Like, but yeah, thank you guys for tuning in tonight. I really appreciate it. I didn't plan on being here that long, but them edibles kicked in. But now it's time for me to like lay down. My plane leave tomorrow, like, late, but hey, gotta get back home to my family. It was fun out here spending time with my son and his friend. Like I said, I seen my son's friend as like my own little son because he reminded me of myself. Like so, I gotta make sure if my son is on a mental way is on that level on that positive level, then he got to be on that too because I don't want him to be jealous because he don't got no father figure like that. Like I want him to be able to like get the same experience as my son. Like so, that's just me. I'm that type of person. Like I want to be able to guide the next generation the right way. Like cause I didn't have that guidance growing up. Like shit, I ain't had no male mentors in my life leading me the right way. Like so, I'm changing that narrative for me and my family. So hopefully y'all can do the same. Like whatever it is that y'all like, see y'all children or people, whatever whoever it is you raising. Like you don't want to just let them go the wrong down the wrong path, especially when you can see that they going down the wrong path when they act in certain ways. Like so, my, back to my children, like I have to like break that program and like how they was being raised for the past 6 years because they not like how Naya is. Like I said, she's more like me than like those three, my middle three children. Like so, it's crazy because I don't want to be that type of person who show favoritism, but it's crazy. Most people they treat the stepchild like a stepchild. I treat my stepchild like my daughter. Like so, I'm like, it's kind of backwards. Like, is it really showing favoritism like that? I'm like I do kind of show favoritism. Like, put my son like I show favoritism to him too. Like, so he get what he want. But in the household, like, Nine is like my road dog overall. Like, so crazy. Like that's not my blood daughter. Like, but at the same time, you wouldn't be able to tell the difference. Like, you wouldn't. My oldest son is taller than me. Like she gonna be taller than me next year. Like so, you wouldn't be able to tell. Like say she wasn't my daughter. Like if you had a conversation with her, you were like, oh, that's his kid. I could tell. Like that's her dad. So let me not stay on here longer. Like y'all gave me 26 likes tonight. I appreciate that for real. Had to talk about some fucking celebrity type shit. But nah, I usually get some like 20 up in the 20s. But like, thank y'all tuning in. Appreciate y'all for coming through. We out.